Dani and Tay, and we are Heard. Alright guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast, episode 112. I'm Dani.
And I'm Taylor.
And we are here with a very, very, very special guest.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
What's your name?
Cheakaity.
Yes.
How you doing? And what do you do, Cheakaity?
I am mainly an artist, producer, songwriter. Those are the main three. I can cook.
And we
you know, a little bit.
On the side.
We get to that.
You know what?
I'm trying to make that.
I see you dibbling and dabbling on Instagram. I see
you. Know,
I see you.
Trying to make that more serious, but right now, on the side for fun.
Okay, all right. We love a man that can cook.
Trying to make it more lucrative. Trying to make some money.
We love a man that can cook. Okay. Yes, so you can find Heard the Podcast on any podcast streaming platform. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, HER''D, the podcast. Make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms, that's Twitter and Instagram, at Heard the Podcast, HERD the podcast. And let's start this interview, this episode, because I'm really excited. We're really excited. This is our first, Dayon's a rapper, but he can do a little... He gives a vocal too.
He can, yeah.
But I want to say this is our first R&B. Even though I don't want to minimize you to just R&B, because we got a taste, exclusive first listen to your project that's coming out this Friday, January 21st.
Yes, this Friday.
Yes.
R&B's fair. I'll take it.
Huh?
I said R&B's fair.
But I don't want to box you in, like she said. Like
okay.
I feel like you can do a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to start, before we get into things, I want to start off with a nice little icebreaker that they all do in all the podcasts. But let's do a one gotta go. Since you are such an innovative artist and you compose a lot of your stuff and you're so hands-on with your art, let's do and when I listen to your music, I feel like your artistry reminds me of these people that I respect and love so much. So let's do this. All right, one gotta go.
Okay.
Pharrell, Timbaland, Ryan Leslie, Sean Garrett.
I can keep three and one has to go?
Yes.
Sean Garrett, yeah, bye.
Really?
Oh, wow.
He's great, but
I didn't expect you to say it that
easy.
Like,
Really?
No. He's great, but versus
like,
those
what?
three.
So what do you? So how do you feel about?
It's been harder to keep one, and then.
What about those three that you kept that you admire so much?
Timbaland and Pharrell. First of all, in my DNA,
you can't get rid of them.
Yeah, I cannot.
No way
First of all, born and raised DMV. Like, I was born in DC, moved to PG County. My mother's from Norfolk, Virginia, like literally the same area as Pharrell.
Oh yeah.
And I spent like a lot of my time growing up in those areas. So like off break, like I cannot let go of Timbaland or Pharrell.
Okay.
In general,
and they're just so innovative for their time, and so much of my sound starting out
I can tell
making
you
music.
love NERD.
Yeah, starting out like it was me trying not to sound exactly like them. I was
Yeah.
I can see that. And
Ryan Leslie, when I was in high school, he was really popping. And just, I'm now paying attention to him now when he's not as in the forefront. But if you listen to him now, he talks about like his business sense. I'm like, oh, that's a smart guy. Sean Garrett, the pen, great writer. You said it's episode 112. I was like, oh yeah, like Papa coming over. I was thinking of like the 112 song. Like, he's a great writer. And
he is.
Writing is not my first thing. It's probably like my second thing.
So you're more so into composing?
Composing first. And after composing, producer, then an artist.
Okay.
Composing, producing first, then an artist, then after that, writing. It's like third, So
did your love for composing start in school? What high school did you go to?
I went to Oxnard High School.
Okay.
My love for composing started in church.
Okay. Yeah.
So
all right, church.
Yeah, my father's a pastor. I've been playing drums since I was 2 years old. So I'm 31 now.
Damn.
So
long time.
So were you in the band in school?
We're in the band. I was in choir my senior year
in Oxon Hill.
Yeah,
I know you blew them off.
Played See, I was like shy in school until until probably like the last leg of it. probably like 11th grade, I started creeping out, and then like 12th grade.
I'm getting that now.
Yeah. So what happened was, I made a MySpace page like to sing my R&B music, and one of the girls at school like found it. And she blew up my spot, and so like I was forced not to be shy.
His first groupie.
Yeah.
His first supporter. His first supporter.
Y'all know what I'm saying. My mouth.
That was funny.
But you're not a groupie, sis. It's okay.
Okay. So, where should we start? Okay. So this project's coming out Friday, but before this project, I know. So what other? You had one other project before this, right? Or
I had two other projects. I had one that I like wiped off the face of the earth.
Why?
I mean, I was like real. I'm a perfectionist, and I just wanted like a hard rebrand, something like that.
Okay.
So it wasn't terrible, but I was like, all right.
It's not what you wanted.
Yeah, I was at a space where I was in a duo, like in a group. I don't know if you heard of like MGMT, something like that.
Oh, MGMT. Didn't they Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes. Pursuit of Happiness, Electric Feel, similar like NERD, like the Neptune. We started a production duo, but we were young, probably like 18, 19, 20, 21. Really good, but we wanted to produce for people, but we didn't know how to like advertise our music. So it's like, why don't we like make ourselves a band to show people that we know how to make like beats and produce and compose and stuff.
Yeah.
So it did better than like we even expected. It did really good. That kind of fell off personal reasons. Not with him. I just had like, in my 20s. So
yeah.
In my 20s and life happened.
We all lose focus sometimes.
Yeah. So life happened. A lot of life happened. So
it's recording, right? The video. But
I had to pretty much rebuild myself. So I made this one album coming out of that. And then I was like, oh, this is good, but I know I can do better. So 2019, right before the pandemic, me and my friends made this album called Grown Man, which is probably publicly known as my debut album, my other project. But yeah, I have that one. That one did really well. I won an award locally called the Whammies.
Okay,
pretty cool.
I heard of that.
I had never heard of it.
I've heard of it. Yes, it's a local DC. It's called something called the Musicianship.
Okay.
I didn't know it was as prestigious as it was until like people started hitting me up about it. He's like, oh wow, yeah, this is Cheakaity. He just won this award, best soul album. At first I was like, cool, Whammy, cool, all right, I'm waiting for the Grammys. But when people started like emailing and I got like shows off it and opportunities able to meet people, I was like, oh, let me chill and not like down everything that I never heard of. It might have some some clout to it. But that album did really well. I say all that to say that led me to make this mixtape. I look at it more as like exercises to stay sharp, not lose my skills. I was like, let me push myself as a producer, as a composer, as a songwriter.
I really listen. I enjoyed it from top to bottom. It's really
every
good.
Song is about.
It's really
they
good.
all get different vibes. Like
I just really appreciate it.
That's comforting to hear. Thank you.
You gonna hear good things Friday. I'm telling you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I want to know. Okay, so is Cheakaity your real first name?
That was
if not, how did that come about?
That is my. I was gonna say guess, but no. That is my government. That is on my driver's license.
Okay.
So,
what's your background?
Great question. My father is from Liberia, West Africa.
Okay.
That name, Cheakaity, is a unique name. I'm the only one with it, except that's my father's middle name. So I'm the only one with that as a first name. It's a compound of two different names, two of my grandfathers, my great grandfather and my great grandfather. So great grandfather's name Chie, am I pronouncing it right? In Liberian dialect, Kru is the language it is. Kete was a warrior / like warlock. He practiced witchcraft.
Oh wow!
And he's crazy. And he's a fighter. And my dad's a pastor. Funny story. So as the story goes, whoever has the name Kete carries like a warrior spirit with them, and the name translates to warrior, or more literally like the one that can split anything that's unbreakable into two.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's a powerful name. I was like, I'm not like much of a violent person. I mean, I can handle myself if I have to, but like I'm not.
But overtly, you're a soldier.
So I'm, especially now in my 30s, I'm the more independent I become, the more like I get out into the world and face with my own challenges, and I see like how resilient I can be, and how like something comes to me, I always have a scheme to figure it out, to get myself out of a jam, to make some money, how to like, especially like in the music industry when there's so much noise and you have to figure out how to cut through. That can be considered an unbreakable thing, and somebody that can break through that, it would take a warrior to do that, or somebody with that type of resiliency. So yeah,
I love that.
That is the name meaning, and that's for the longest time. The reason I kept it as my stage name, I went through so many different ones, and then like I met so many, probably like 4.
Like what? Tell us one.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I would have never changed
cringy.
it.
The first one was very cringy. You know, like everything was like all like spacey, and you had to be like,
you're young, you learn.
Yeah. Right. So when I graduated high school, 08, it was all like, what was popular right then? It was like NERD was real popping. Kanye was like Graduation. So everybody's up.
That was 08. That was Graduation.
Graduation was 07, but like it kept going like 08. So everybody's off there like, I'm a future laser robot. So my name was Prince Weirdo. God, that was cringy.
Prince Weirdo.
Jeez, that was my first. That was my. Jeez, yeah.
Prince Weirdo. Ooh.
Right. It was cool back then. It was hot back then.
I can see how it would be cool back then.
It was hot back then, but it didn't age well. I see why you say
it's cringy now.
It didn't age well. So after that, my first record that I deleted off the internet, I was going by like, I need a cooler name. I need something that's like, I want to be like a Michael. Like Michael Jackson, you got Mike Tyson, you got Michael Jordan. Cool, Michael. Then I said, let me have like a last name. The reason I did that, because like Daniel Caesar, his real name is not even Daniel Caesar. I was like, oh, that's so fire.
And
you can
Travis
have like
Scott isn't even Travis Scott.
I ain't know that. I was like, oh, you can have a different name. That's fire. Let me do that. So I was like, Michael, I need a cool last name. World Peace. Because I thought like Meta World Peace. I was like, that's a fire name.
Michael World Peace?
That was my name at
one
point. Are
you serious?
Wow.
It was kind of fire, but then somebody's like, it was fire at the time, but it doesn't really age well. So I was like, I need something that like lasts. And then the reason I kept my name, shout out to my guy Mellow X, fire producer. Y'all know "Sorry" by Beyonce.
Yeah,
that's him.
He
wrote it and produced it. Fire guy. I knew him for like years. Great guy. Not to be a name dropper, but he's the one who taught me. He's like, you have a fire name already, and like that has good like SEO.
I would have
like,
never changed it.
Search engine optimization is right. There's like, just use that, and I was like, but like I don't want like my artist self and my real self to blend.
From alone, your name is fire. Like I would not have changed that.
Yeah, it was for like reasons that's like, all right, I don't want to get the artist and the human being like confused.
Oh well, I understand.
But then my dad said the same thing. He was like, "Yeah, that's like Beyonce. You can't change it."
Like Kanye West. Kanye.
Like,
I've never heard of a Kanye before.
Right? They're the only ones. Kanye's name means only one. I was like, "All right, let me keep it and at least try it." And he was like, "Oh, that's really cool." Like, "Oh, okay, great." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." So that's how I kept it. I don't know if that was a longer answer.
No, I'm glad that you went with your name.
I like that you broke it down and said,
So that's why it is what it is. But it's my real name. A lot of people ask me that too.
So when was your first, or how was one of your first performances as Cheakaity?
That's a great.
Where was it at?
That is a great question.
Because I haven't had the pleasure to see you live yet. I will see you live. I will. Definitely. I'm putting that out in the universe. I haven't seen you live yet. But how was it? How was it? How was it?
Wow, as
for the first time.
I think with the album, I deleted off the internet.
You and these deleting.
But it keeps putting emphasis on the fact that he deleted it.
It's on the hard drive somewhere.
The one that it's just somewhere. It is. If you look hard enough, you'll find it. For that one, I performed this Cheakaity. Actually, me and the partner I was working at the time, we did like this festival. We had Alex Vaughn headline. We had Cicero on it.
So it wasn't one of her sessions. It was something else.
It wasn't one of her sessions. It's a show I threw because like at that time, like right now I only got like 3,000 followers. At that time I had like probably 200 or something crazy. So I was like, all right, we need to do something that we're not gonna get booked for shows. I know we make great music, but no one's gonna book someone they haven't heard of.
Right,
so we gotta put our own shows on.
Right.
Big Chief was still around at that time. Rest in peace, Big Chief. Put our own show on. We had Alex Vaughn headline. We had Cicero. Dreamcast was on it. And then I was like, cool. I'll put myself like right before Alex. I was like, in retrospect, I probably should have had the bigger artists go, but I was like, well, ain't nobody gonna be there in the beginning, so let me like put myself right before the headliner. So it was cool. I had a great band. The songs were what they were. They were cool.
What they were.
What they were.
They were good. They were what they were, but I've been in front of crowds like my whole life. I've been singing in like big churches and stuff like that. So it wasn't my first time performing. So
yeah.
But my first time performing as Cheakaity was kind of like, all right, if anything goes wrong, they Google Cheakaity, they're gonna say, oh, that nigga's not tight line or something like that. So it was a little pressure, but after I got into it, I was like, all right, cool. So from there on out, I'm just go with it. Stage is my home. I love it.
What was your most recent performance? I love it.
My most recent performance, when was that? It was at Pie Shop. It was.
Where's that? That's in Tacoma? Then what's in DC?
It was in DC, 8th Street, July 11th. Was it July 11th or June 11th?
8th Street, Northeast?
No. October 11th. Jeez, it was October 11th.
Oh, damn, I missed that.
Yeah, that was my last performance. Me and Al Hostile, we did like a joint type show. It was cool. It was real cool. That was my last performance.
So, do you have any other performances lined up for 2022?
We're gonna see what Marion doing. We're gonna see.
Okay, Omarion. Stop what you're doing, Omarion.
We're gonna see what he talking about. We do want to, especially with the new project coming out.
Yeah.
I'm working on 2 more. Working on like another EP that comes out after this.
Oh.
And then working on like a official follow up like album. So
there
will be shows.
Album.
Yeah. There will be shows.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm coming to something.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's get into this new project then. What's the title? What's going on with the new project?
All right. New project is a mixtape. It's called a Super Groovy Mixtape by Cheakaity. Reason I made it, I was out in LA and pretty much for most of the year last year, but I linked up with a buddy I was staying out there with. And we found this studio out there that was like $17 an hour. Great studio. A lot of people.
That was what?
$17 an hour.
$17 an hour in LA. In LA.
It was
in LA.
Exactly. It's called Pirate Studios. They have one in Brooklyn. I want to say. I know it's in New York. I know it's in Brooklyn.
You know what? Because sidebar. I'm gonna let you finish. But I'm going to LA in April for my birthday, and I actually was going to Jason Lee. He has his he just started his own studio called Hollywood Lock Studio, and I was like, it was a little bit pricey. I'm trying to figure out because I want to hit up like certain people. I'm put it out in the universe. I want to hit up freaking JQ. Because he moved to LA, and I want to hit up freaking Marcus Neither. I'm gonna get my damn interview.
JQ is fire.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's real fire. Yeah.
Shout out to JQ Sound.
Yeah, so I might hit up that studio you went to.
Yeah, it's on Sunset Boulevard.
Okay.
$17 an hour. They have a podcast room. They have a rehearsal room. It's
great. $17 an hour. You won't see that shit nowhere else.
Yeah. So the cool part, we was like finessing it. So like. So early on before I know it was us that ruined it. I know it had to be us. This is what happened. So when you signed up and you referred a friend, $40 code. So you get like a $40 like promo. Oh. So if it's $17 an hour, we can get like 2 hours. Like, all right, so we hit up everybody in our phone.
Yeah.
So we was getting free 10-hour blocks free just in the studio trapping it out. I was like, yo, we can make a whole project.
Have a cap to it? What?
They didn't before, but then like
they caught on to the finesse.
They switched it to 20, but still 20 you can still do the same thing.
That's still good time. What?
That's great time. According to here, it's like $40 an hour for like a room or something like that for like somebody's house studio.
Yeah.
Here,
but you wouldn't even expect that in New York either.
You wouldn't expect it. It's a hidden gem. We wrote them and said they need to bring it to DC because like imagine like. If DC has something like that, how many artists there are here? My goodness.
Or hit up J-Rob Studio, House of J-Rob. HouseofJRob.com. Go ahead.
We're not gonna lowball black business though. We ain't gonna do it like that. But I was in the studio, so I was like, yo, we have so much time and get so much done here. So like, we was making beats, we was doing all this kind of stuff. So I was like, I can at this rate, like the reason I'm not putting out at this output is because I don't have access back here in DMV. I don't have that level of access with like a quality studio for that price point. 24/7. It's like I gotta stop, or you gotta go to work, or like I'm at somebody's house. Like, all right, people gotta go to sleep. I'm like, yo, I'm in here till like 5 a.m., like 1 p.m. one day, 5 a.m. the next day, just trapping out, making like.
How's that feel though?
I was like, all right, this is the type of environment like I need to be on perpetually. Like this is like what my life needs to be because like the way my ideas come and the way I'm able to create, if I'm in a flow, like me just stopping because you got to be quiet,
that's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. I mean, I've been doing it, I made it happen, but just seeing the other side of it, just seeing what it can be, it's like, oh, this is really inspirational. So that project I was able to make like in a week.
Other than you having to be quiet, just like the rush of like just being up all night creating.
Yeah, that's great. If it's what you do naturally, if that's what you're born to do, like, and if you can just do it without stopping, it's heaven. It's amazing.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, with that is what inspired me to make the project. I was like, the ideas are coming so fast, and I'm the type of person, like, if the ideas are coming, don't stop them. Like, there will be a time where it dries up. There will be a time when you can't think of something to do. There will be a time where, like, all right. So
as long as you got those ideas, keep it coming.
That's pretty much how the mixtape came. I was like, all right, let me challenge myself to make something that kind of flows, has an identity, like it's kind of not necessarily telling a story, but like they sound like they're all in the same world. It sounds like, because typically, like when I make albums or like in the past, I would make something that sounds really good, but most times it's a little sporadic and it's all over the place. I was like, all right, I'm probably not gonna get away from having different flavors on stuff, but like if I could make it sound more related and more of a family as like.
But I like that you got different vibes though. Like I like vibes, but I still feel like it is cohesive to some.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I was like, let me try to make something cohesive. And this one, I actually did probably 98% of the producing on it. 2 beats I didn't do. The rest I did myself. So the last one was more hands-on. So I was like, all right, let me just see what happens if I just produce the whole thing.
So you said 2. You said this project. You said 2 of them you didn't do.
Two of the beats I didn't do.
You didn't do it.
The last one, I touched everything, but I didn't produce. It was
the
like
weekend. Number 10.
No.
The last project.
The last project.
Okay.
Yeah. The last project, it was more collaborative. It was like musicians in different rooms and writers and everything. This one was like me and headphones and a laptop. Just like seeing what happens.
Yo, that number 10.
That was fun, right? I like that song.
I fuck with it. Okay. So this project, I really loved the. I really love like the messages that I love I love how you elevated Black women on this project.
Oh, nice.
I feel like you always do that. So like what were the messages that you wanted to convey in this project?
I think my last projects, I kind of like strayed away from like more sexual themes. I kind of strayed away from I kind of strayed away from like the rap side. I've done it before, but like I would say like on my last album, I didn't really. That was more so like of a coming of age thing. It's more for like a inspirational type stories. I had like love romantically based songs. This one, it's loosely based on my life, but it's also like kind of like character based. I wanted to make it like a story, like the album cover. I wanted that to be like the groovy guy. I wanted that to be a character, but I just didn't. I strayed away from that idea.
Okay.
But I think anytime if you're gonna make soul music, it's like making Black music, and soul music, a lot of it is based on like romantic music, and so that's automatically like elevating Black women. I was just like.
Yeah.
If you listen to like Teddy Pendergrass, Smokey Robinson, stuff like that.
You have a song on there. I think it's number. Is it 4 or 5? It's Chocolita.
Chocolita.
What number is that?
It's probably number 4, 3 or 4. Number 4.
Okay.
That was a fun song. What happened? The guy I was staying with, he's in this group called Best Kept Secret. Legendary producer. They produce anything you think of Wale. They was on it.
Okay.
Is him, this other guy, Craig, this other guy, Tone P. Guy I was staying with, he just sent me a beat. He was like, hey man, like I have this really nice beat, like you make really great songs, so I'm just gonna gift it to you and just like, I was
that's
like,
what's up.
Thank you.
Like,
so when I heard it, I was like, yo, this sounds like Ride or Die Chick or something like that. Sounds like it has like that feel. And I was like, oh man, like I know I can rap, but like I was never really comfortable with my voice. So I was like, all right, this project I'm gonna challenge myself to like find my pocket and like find what feels good with what do I like when I hear like rap music and stuff like that.
Why do people? I feel like a lot of y'all say I can rap. I don't like my voice because one of my favorite artists is Tyler the Creator, and if you notice, like he warps his voice a lot on his tracks, and he even said like, yeah, I hate my voice. I don't like my voice. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't know why
that's why he always plays with the pitch of his voice on his song. I'm like, nothing's wrong with your voice. Like, why do y'all feel like y'all voice?
I think my speaking voice is fine. I finally enjoy my speaking voice. I won't say enjoy. I finally tolerate my speaking voice.
That's how I feel. I tolerate mine.
my singing voice, I finally enjoy my singing voice.
I didn't always
enjoy it. I used to tolerate my singing voice, hate my speaking voice. So it's like, all right, gradually I'm learning to love myself and my voice and my voice box more.
I hate my voice, but I do tolerate it now. Like, I guess I just got used to hearing it. So it's just like...
Yeah. And just, I mean, recording yourself and hearing yourself on podcasts and interviews.
It's out there. It's like, you know...
Listening to yourself on playback really helps.
Lie. I'm like, does my voice sound deep? So I try to pitch my voice a little bit up high because I feel like my regular voice is like, so I talk like this on a regular basis.
No, you sound like a woman. You sound, it sounds healthy. It sounds,
I feel like
it's full, you project. It's full.
My voice sounds like a grown baby.
You always say that.
It's like deep but soft and it's irritating.
I would have never thought that. That's funny.
Like that's the only way I know to describe it. My sister was like that too and I hate my voice so bad. But
I say that to say like I challenge myself to be more comfortable with my voice and my rap voice and my delivery, because when I listen to rap music that I enjoy, it's not always the best bars or like the best lines. Sometimes I just really enjoy the way their voice sounds, and I'm like, and that's me think of it like a producer, like a composer, like what feels good, what sounds good to the ear. Like, you can say the best stuff in the world, like some people that can really rap, but like I just don't like their voice, it won't really resonate to me.
100%.
Yeah, I won't say names.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you can't.
I won't do it.
Okay.
Because I probably have to work with them. And they'll probably pay me really well.
Yeah.
So we're not going to say the names.
Who are they signed to? Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Right. But no. So Cheakaity, that was fun. That was me, like, freestyling around the beat. Yeah.
And what was the sample?
I don't think you sampled it at all.
No. You sampled in Cheakaity?
Oh, no. I interpolated. So that's, So sample interpolation.
Interpolation.
So little teaching moment. Interpolation is when you kind of like replay or like redo something that was already done. Samples when you actually take what you've taken.
It's a difference.
And then you like just use, like if I sample Jay-Z, it's Jay-Z doing it. But if I like say something that Jay-Z said, that's me interpolating it. So I interpolated I Just Want to Love You. I just want to love the hook part. It's like, give me that. That wasn't even me. That was my friend Lonnie.
I heard somebody on it.
Yeah, that was him on the give me that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that fits right there. It feels good. So I wanted like a little 2000s-y.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. I like that song.
What inspired the beginning of the project?
The intro?
Yes.
I was making that beat, and actually it was a different intro before, and it wasn't as musical. It was more sample based. But actually the beginning I was just like freestyling on it, but like it reminded me like Freddie Gibbs and stuff, like how he kind of his flow and how he like approaches like those soul type beats. So I was just what feels groovy. I just wanted something to feel like cool, like when you listen to it, like you pop in a tape and you get in your Cadillac or something like that.
It's like something you could just let it play. You ain't got to skip no songs.
I wanted to feel like a ride. So like when I played that, when I made that first intro, I was like, I want them to feel like they're strapping in for an experience. Like you're getting in like a nice old school car, you lay it back.
Convertible top down
or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of artists think, and I love how yours takes me on the journey, but a lot of artists don't do that anymore. It's more so like I feel like a lot of projects nowadays, not everybody, but sometimes like I feel like it's just a bunch of collection of songs.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I've been fighting against that. It's very easy to do that. It's very easy to do that if you make a bunch of songs. Oh, I got songs. It's a project.
They just throw some songs.
Yeah, I mean the artists back to like the artists I love, like Pharrell, Timbaland, Kanye, huge influence. I was like, okay, what is the thread that ties these artists together? Why do I like them? Like, all right, not only do they make incredible music, but like when their projects are presented, I'll use Kanye as an example. There's like, all his albums, or at least his first, 8 or 10 are like all classics. I was like, what are the themes that like make these things like classics? Like, all right, all of these kind of have an identity. Like the first two, he did the college theme. He's like, all right, starts off, oh, wake up, Mr. West. Like he starts, even though it doesn't necessarily stick to that, each song is not about school and backpacks, but the interludes or whatever tie it together. At least it sets the tone. You say, okay, this is from the viewpoint of like a guy that was in school that felt like he was too cool for it and then dropped out. And then like the next album is like, all right, this is like the this is the continuation of that. He's like, all right, cool. Like I learned a little bit more. I got a little bit better at producing. I got a little bit better at rapping. It's like an elevation. And by the time you get to graduation, it's like, all right, I got Stronger on this. I got Can't Tell Me Nothing. I got.
Oh my God.
It's like
that's one of my
right.
Flashing Lights.
Flashing Lights was the song that made me a Kanye West fan.
Can't Tell Me Nothing. Oh my God.
That's the song that made me a fan. I was like, this is so fly. This is like, this represents like the way I dress, the way I think about like life. Because around that time, it was like you kind of had, especially going to Oxon Hill, like living in Birchwood, where I was living at. Like I'm right next to like 21 and Glass Manor, and they're like, you got to be hard.
Oh, with DMV, you got to know how to dress. We clown you if you
have to. You have to.
No, at that point, like you got to know how to dress.
Everything.
Or like, you know, your neighborhood has to be like popular, like, or it's, you know.
Yeah, and Kanye
even
said that his dad he lived in Tacoma Park, Maryland for a little bit. And he said he got his style from Maryland.
Right? Yeah, he got a style from here and took it back to Chicago.
Yep. And you know what?
See it.
With Kanye, he knows how to. He's a rapper. He can do like a little vocal here and there, but he knows how to choose singers.
Yes.
And for you, I just feel like you can sing, so it's like you already have that advantage because you can do a little. You can spit a little something, and then you can also
get into that too. Like so. But to that point, to the how do we get on that point? At that point, I was saying like I was never that like hard thug guy character. I tried, but I was like, it's not really me. I'm more like a lay in my style type person, laid back. I like to dress, wear cool clothes. My parents never really gave me the Jordans, whatever, so I had to figure my shit out early. Yeah. So I was on like mad polos and stuff from the thrift store. There was like $1. So I had like every color polo. Like there was all vintage. That was before people was really on the thrift store. So I was wearing.
I am an advocate. I've been on that thrift. I've been on the thrift. Since
I was on it out of necessity because I was like, yo, I gotta get fresh, and I don't have no money. So
what you had to do.
Did what I had to do. Got fresh. People were saying like I was, you know, oh, you should have been best dressed, but I know you weren't popular, so that's why you didn't get it. I was like, whatever.
You will realize that high school is a big joke. It doesn't even matter.
It continues on. The thought process continues on to now. If you look at like.
Yeah, it does. But
it's a lot of superlatives. But you brought up that point about like, oh, you can sing and you can spit a little something. So like, I compartmentalize a lot of my brain to become different things that I need until I can afford to like have a bunch of people on staff and have like, I mean, I have my friends like that play guitar really, really well and keyboard and stuff like that. I do know I'm getting to know better vocalists and stuff like that. I have a few that I know, but. It is good to know how to do a little bit of everything that you need, I will say. So this project, I actually taught myself how to mix and master. So a lot of that, a lot of the project I mixed myself. I got this other guy, his name is Hitman Hunter.
I heard of him. I never met him before, but I heard of him before.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing of him. Before I got this guy, Jimstar Pro, he goes by Carl. His name's Carl, goes by Jimstar Pro. He was mixing my last record. But this time he wasn't available, so that was his friend. He's did a really good job. Some of the stuff I was like, I don't really have time to be going back and forth for like edits and stuff. So that forced me into like learning how to like download all the Waves plugins and stuff like that, and just going on YouTube and Reddit and figure out.
You had no choice but
just figure it out. Yeah, and it was fun. So I was like, all right, cool. This is going to help me become a better producer too. So not only now I can sing, I know how to produce, I can play instruments, I can rap. And I can mix and master, so I don't need to leave my house or my room to like. Yeah, if I need to do, I can just keep doing it. I can put out like 4 projects because I'm not waiting for anybody.
If you wanted to, yeah.
So
yeah.
That's kind of how my mind works creatively.
I love it.
So what are some of your, other than Pharrell and Kanye West and stuff, what are some of your other vocal influences?
Ooh, vocal influences.
Yeah.
Donny Hathaway.
Oh my God.
Stevie Wonder. Yes. Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder. I don't know his name. There's this guy. There's this band called New Birth. The New Birth. They sampled.
I heard of that before.
There's this song, Unpredictable by Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
Yeah, the song they sampled. That's by the New Birth.
Okay, I heard.
It's called Wildflower. He's a great like raspy voice, very similar to Bobby Womack. They have a similar tone. It's really scratchy. It's in that James Brown. School of singing, like that raspy tone. Because so many people told me I sounded like him, I went and dug into D'Angelo.
I D'Angelo.
That's the first
and a little bit of Maxwell. You give me a little bit of Maxwell.
That's great.
I want to say Maxwell.
Raphael Sadiq was a favorite growing up.
Wrong with your joint. That joint was giving me D'Angelo. It really was.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was really giving me. That's the first.
I can see that. D'Angelo, Andre 3000, Prince.
Yes.
Roll with you.
Yeah,
Who was that channeling? I think that was like me trying to sound like me, because like sometimes I run into the point of like, oh, let me channel this and make it feel like that. But that one is like, what does a Cheakaity song sound like? What does that sound like? What does that sound like? So
I'm so happy you said D'Angelo. Cool. I knew it.
We got the
That's funny.
Okay, another thing that I love that you do, because I'm really big on, because I know I'm not musically talented in any way. I feel like I have a good ear, but I'm not musically. I can't sing or rap or whatever. But I feel like I have a good ear. I do. But I have like singers and rappers that I'm friends with and stuff, and sometimes they'll send me their unreleased stuff all the time.
Yeah, you mentioned Dan. That's a homie. I know him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
So like they'll send me like things, rough drafts of things, and one of my favorite things to push on people is like background vocals and layering.
Vocal production.
Production. And I feel like you do such a great. That's why I love Brandy so much. And I feel like you do a great job. Like you layer it. I love layers. I love background vocals. You got it from Brandy.
It was actually a Kanye West documentary, and she was on Bring Me Down on Late Registration.
Okay, yeah.
And she was in the studio with Tony Williams, and it was just showing how many times she layered her voice to get it to sound like that. Mm-hmm. And like growing up, when you first started to record, you think, "Oh, cool, I'm gonna do a harmony. We do one of these, one of those, and one of those." And I was like, "Why is it not sounding like?"
I hate the one because it's the one layer thing. It seems like it's like this to me.
It don't hit the
like
same.
You need to lay it. Come on, pile on.
And Brandy's a queen of that shit right there.
Yeah, Beyonce too.
It gives it texture.
Beyonce is amazing. Beyonce, Bruno Mars,
she's
amazing.
Beyonce, I love her how she harmonizes. She does a lot of harmony. I love her melody.
She does it all.
If you think of some of her best songs that don't like single ladies, Get Me Body, like it's just drums and her.
Yeah.
And like I was like, yo, the most of this song is her just going crazy in there. I'm like,
it can be very simple. It's just her going all.
So a lot of my vocal production is me trying to reach for Beyonce and Brandy and just landing where I do.
I hope I meet Brandy one. I hope I meet Beyonce and Brandy one day. But oh my god, I really
Marvin Gaye.
And I just want Brandy to sing to me in my face. Oh, Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye is an early. I think he's like the prototype of like D'Angelo as far as vocally, because he was like laying himself like a bunch of times and harmonizing in little spots. He's doing something completely different on each take, but he'll pick like one little spot where they all meet and they harmonize right there, and then he goes do something else.
I see that.
So that's something I borrowed from them too, for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah. No, I like to keep you interested, especially like if I know I don't have too much to say, and I'm like more so focusing on the feeling,
the vibe.
Yeah, like. Or if I just want to add color to it, I do stuff like that. I'll like have the backgrounds doing something like right here. Or prime example, I think I did it on, what's that song? Overnight Scenario. I'm like rapping, and then like I just had my harmonies just come in and just do all this crazy stuff in the background. I was like, oh. I just want to give the headphones something to make you excited.
Tell me how much you love that slow jam song.
What song?
By Kanye and Twista.
Oh yeah.
Tell me how much you love that song.
I mean, who doesn't?
Of course.
Tell me how much. Who doesn't?
Of course. That's classic.
That's timeless. That's timeless.
Timeless music. I mean,
come on now.
I like to, especially for mixtapes and stuff that's not like my official album, for stuff that I can like this, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just have fun with this, and like I can allude to like a lot of stuff that I liked growing up, or like a lot of my favorite things, make it feel like a playlist of songs that I would, if I were to make a playlist and it had like my favorite songs for this vibe, if I want to make a groovy playlist or something like that, that, it made me feel like that nigga in the car or something like that, or if like you chilling with somebody,
cookout or something,
kickback, one-on-one time, whatever. It's like it has a lot of different applications. I was like, what songs would be on there, and for what occasion. So I was like, this song from there, that's song from there. So like I wanted to feel like a bunch of stuff that you already know, but still present it like this new thing.
And that's exactly what you did.
Nice.
So who could you see yourself working with? It doesn't have to be like the spotlight. It could be in the background, like creating, or just who could you see yourself, like overall, who could you see yourself working with in the future? Let's manifest.
Cool. I'll do 2 tiers. I'll do like locally, like my peers, and then I'll do like my dream team, like one. My peers, AV, me and Alex are like past due for like a duet.
I haven't met her yet.
She's real cool.
Actually, no, I think I met her once.
Y'all get along.
A long time ago.
I think y'all gel. Y'all remind me of each other. They have like a similar.
Who?
Alex Vaughn.
Oh, who reminds you of her?
Yeah, I say y'all get along. I don't know if that's what you meant.
You said me. You said me and her would get along.
Yeah, you said you haven't met her yet. I think y'all vibe. If she came on here, y'all click.
Okay.
I I've worked with him once. We need to work more. Foggy Raw, great.
I follow him.
He's great.
I love his complexion.
He's great.
She said, "I love his complexion."
I do. I think he has a really nice skin.
He has amazing skin.
Yeah.
Skin goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You know. I wish I was dark skinned like that, but I'm not.
It's so nice.
I always wanted to be
rich.
chocolate.
It's like a rich texture.
I
Right.
wanted to be nice.
That's like a flex. But definitely we've worked together. I want to work with him more. There's this guy, he's amazing, called Lil Nye or Lil, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but he's kind of like a trap type rapper, but he has Lil Nei. He's dope.
And he's from here?
He's from here. He hangs around like the Joy Club crowd, like DJ Marauder, Gold Link. He's in that like circle.
I do love some
Dope. I want to work with him. There's this guy. Oh dang, what's his name? Why am I forgetting his name? His name is. He's like a trap rapper, but he's a kid. What's his name?
Okay, I want to see some Cheakaity.
He's a kid.
Some trap.
Nah, what's his name?
Trap?
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I feel so. Oh my god.
I'm so curious.
He's like on every
now.
list too. I gotta find it. What is his name?
He's
Oh
on
my
every
god.
list?
He's like a famous like kid DMV rapper. Oh my god.
I have no clue.
He's like right up there with like Big Flock and them, and like he's like
for
on that
real?
level of like. What is his name?
Not Fat Trill.
Not Fat Trill. I want to work with him too, for sure. Definitely. Want to work with Rico.
Oh, you better say Rico.
Rico. You talking about one of the ASAP niggas? ASAP and?
No, he's not one of them. But he's like in the same. Oh my god. Something. Dang.
He's trapped?
He's trapped. He's like Lil Uzi or something like that. But he's a kid.
He's a kid. He's younger than us?
He's younger than us. He's probably like 20 or 19 or something like that.
He's a kid.
What is this dude's name? Oh my god, it's gonna kill me.
I don't have a clue. I don't even know.
If I go on my phone and look for it, I can find it. But we on time. I'll find it later.
Okay.
I want to work with him. Why can't I remember his name?
It's gonna come up later when you're
It's gonna come out like on the most.
when you going home. It's
Young Manny.
Boom.
What's his name?
Young Manny. That's
Young
his name.
Manny?
Young
I think
Manny.
I heard it.
I feel like I heard that before.
He is
Young
I feel like I heard that name.
dope. I want to work with him so bad. I want to work with Young Manny.
Manifest it all.
Yeah. Me and Kilo Letitia, we have great music that is sitting.
Oh, really?
Okay, I was gonna ask how y'all little thing came about.
I've like ran into her like back and forth on the scene for like a long time. We have a close mutual, Mrs. Selecta, DJ.
I've always loved her. I've always been obsessed with her music. Always loved her.
Yeah, she is dope.
Since like Color Pencils and all that. Like I love her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was just Kilo.
So I met her at my guy Selecta's house, and she was just talking. She's like, "Yeah, I want to work." I heard your music before, but like I want to work with more people that do more like musical stuff and like make like real music. I'm tired of just doing just the same what people expect from me. So I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure, come through." I didn't think she was really gonna do it. The next day she came through and like
She wasn't playing.
she was not playing. We just got straight to it. We made like the song that was on the radio a little bit called "It's Okay." We made that the first day we met, and she just kept coming like over like every day for like a week, like 2 weeks, and we made a whole bunch of music. So I want that to come out.
Oh shit!
I'm ready to hear that. What are you doing?
Yeah, some fire stuff.
What are y'all doing? I'm ready.
Here's some fire. But for the like, okay, for the top tier, like I won't say top tier because everybody's special, but for like
the mainstream tier.
For the mainstream, for people that like, I won't even say seem out of reach because I've met a lot of people, and I feel like now it's just a matter of just getting close to them. Definitely want to work with Ye. Got to work with Kanye.
Of course.
Raphael Sadiq, Q-Tip.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotta work with Q-Tip. There's this producer. He produced Crew. His name's Teddy Walton.
Okay.
He produced Crew and No Guidance.
Okay.
A lot of your favorite songs. He had his hand in.
Money all around me.
I still play Crew. I just watched the video.
Yeah, he's an amazing producer. Who else? Andre 3000.
Of course.
For sure.
Of course. That would be lovely.
Ari Lennox.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh my God.
I would love. I feel like our voices would do something nice.
What?
It really. Oh, what do you mean you feel like your voices would do something nice? What do you mean?
I feel like it would be great.
You know, I would love to hear you and Brent Fayez. But I would love to hear you and Miguel.
Ooh,
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Nice.
I would enjoy that.
I love his voice.
That
Like y'all voice, y'all voices could do something magical.
That could be nice. I don't know. We had to probably decide on the singer. I was always interested with like two male voices on the same song. Like sometimes you have to do it right for it to work.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right.
But I'm not mad at it because I love Miguel.
I do love Miguel.
Love
He's very,
Miguel.
Okay, I could do it, but you and our Linux that would be.
I want that to happen. So you don't know how many times I be tweeting her. I'm
keep tweeting.
Can we please?
She'll respond.
I like, can we please? She's heard me sing before she was famous. I don't know if she remembers me though. She liked it.
Where?
It was
Kennedy Center.
No, it was at this. It was in Columbia Heights. It was a spot. It's called the Dunes. It's probably like 2012 or something like that. There's this guy called Lamine, and he threw this thing called The Talented, and he would have like up and coming artists. At that time, she was like local, but she was kind of like where I am like right now.
Mm-hmm. All right,
probably a lit. No, she's probably just about where I am right now at that time, and she was fire. But like, if you know, you know, type situation.
Yeah.
But I was a fan. I heard this one song she had called La La La, and that's on Foe, I think now. But that was before, like, it was on the album. That's before Dreamville, all that. I think not too long after that, she got picked up by Dreamville. But at the end of the performance, they had like a little open mic. And so there's a microphone around. I was like,
you better hop on that stage.
So I got the mic, and I was go ham. And she was like, oh, okay. Like, oh, I like your voice. Like, you killed that. So that was fun.
the voice you just did.
Okay, so
that's my green line voice.
So let's talk about is it called Vivid Interlude?
Vivid Interlude, yeah.
So how'd that come about?
I just tweeted out. I was like, I want to have like one of my friends give me like a drunk call or like leave a drunk voicemail or something I can use for an interlude. And then my guy Vivid Dope Kyrie, he's like, I'll do it. Yeah, so I know I wanted to bring back the intro as like an interlude to have it like kind of reiterate. All right, just reset the tone, reestablish like, all right, what we're here for, the groovy tape. So I did the same formula as I did for the intro, but I was like at the end I want to end it out with like a drunk phone call or something like that. I just like, things like that. I think they feel cinematic and they add like visual quality. So like
definitely, because everybody's been through it.
Yeah, without seeing like a video, without seeing any type of visual, you can close your eyes. You can figure your drunk friend calling you or something like that while you're in the middle of whatever.
We've all had that happen.
Yeah.
You did it so well. Like you said, it's a journey, it's a story. You know, someone else that I love, because we said we like how Kanye and Pharrell do it, but you know who else masters the whole storytelling for me when it comes to an album and like, you know, you said visualizing it? Solange.
Oh, she does it.
She makes amazing
huge inspiration for my last album.
She does it.
Huge inspiration. Because I had my father on it. And I had him like, he did the intro and he did the interlude. So that's my father's voice on there. And I got that idea from her because I thought it made it sound so like profound. And so I was like, wow, she has like your ancestors like talking on it and like, giving you advice. SZA did the same thing, but now it's like more people are doing it and putting their father or whatever. I'm like, okay, you're doing that thing. But I was like, well, I'm doing it too, but you got to add, you know, some type of production value.
Y'all did it before everybody else.
Yeah.
So you have any anything planned for it? That you said Omarion, but like if everything works out, like what do you have planned to celebrate the project?
If everything comes out, I definitely want to do as many shows as I can. We have good relationships with some venues around here.
Okay. Do something.
Yeah, for sure. If we do it, we're gonna do it big. If we're gonna do it, it's gonna be nice.
Act right first.
You gotta act right. If not, then you know, of course, we'll be playing like some cool virtual things and stuff like that. I'm definitely more so of an in person on stage.
Yeah, obviously.
I like working crowds. That's my main thing. Yeah. So it's a lot of that. I will say February it would be a lot happening. At least on socials, a lot happening. It'd be some.
Well, that's my birthday.
You said social.
I mean, a lot like on like Twitter, Instagram, the internet. The virtual space will be jumping like February into March.
What's going on in the virtual space?
I'm coming virtual or in person.
I would say a lot of more drops, more music other than this mixtape. More music coming out.
Quick with it.
Video, you heard it here first. Video dropping.
It's gonna ask you about visuals. Yeah.
Hey,
for what
videos.
song?
For actually, the last project. It was just 2 songs: "Girlfriend Tonight" and "Want You."
Oh, you gonna drop the visuals for that?
Visuals for that.
It would sound like some little sexy. Joke.
That's really good. Jada, she was here earlier, but she shot and directed, and the second one, Jeremy Kander, she directed the second one. So Jada shot the second one, directed the first one. Reverse
And
Roast.
then okay,
we'll shout out the whole team
director,
and all that good stuff. But that was really fun. You'll see like some cool like local cameos and stuff. People getting their little acting chops on.
Okay.
But that'll be coming out.
I want to be in a. I want
a little cameo.
Cameo. I want to do like I want to be a voice on one of your. I want to do something.
Hey, we can.
I want to do something.
Hey, we can make it happen. We can make a lot of things happen. I will say,
February
is going to be jumping into March. I'm still working on the album. I don't know when that's coming out. It'll be this year though, for sure.
Any visuals for this project?
Not yet. I want to.
But are you? So you have something planned?
Is it happening for sure? You don't.
Plan
know.
is a strong word.
Okay.
There's a desire. There's a desire.
For which
there.
one?
Manifest it.
For which one?
Pretty much. I mean, this one was this. I'll be honest. Like this mixtape was more like an experiment. I'm treating it like it's my sophomore thing because I don't count that first one. I delete it.
You're trying to see what happens for.
I'm testing the waters with this one. It's kind of like an exercise to see like. I have songs on there that I like, but I really don't know how people are gonna receive it at all.
Okay,
like,
so
the
songs I'm telling you.
Referring to?
Well, the songs I like, I have my personal favorites.
What's your personal favorites?
Oh, okay. I like Cheakaity a lot. That's fun. Weekend Anthem. That's a lot of fun.
That's a lot. That could be like a whole cookout scenario.
No, seriously.
That's a really fun song. Roll, which I'm almost really mad at myself. I made it so short because I like it. It feels like an interlude. That's a fun song. What else is on there? What's on my album, Cheakaity? Those for sure, off the top of my head. The other ones I have to go and remember what I made because I've been making so much music. I've been making a lot of music.
So damn much.
Yeah,
I've been making a lot of music. I forgot everything. I know it's 10 on there.
I do. It is 10.
I know it's 10.
So what are your future plans? Like what? So do you see yourself signing with the label? Would you want to remain independent? Like what are your future goals with your art?
Good question. I'll say short term, I'll more than likely look for like some professional management situation, something like that. I have a manager right now, but we're trying to find like a professional situation where, either like a distribution deal, a low risk, a decent advance, but nothing that's gonna like trap me for like a long period of time.
Got it.
Like I said, I am 31. I am considering. I was like, all right, not that I think age plays.
You're still young. 31 is still very young.
Yeah, I'm not saying age plays into like my ability to create or anything, but it's
not
like,
at all
right, I know there's going to be a time where I want to like chill and focus on like find a nice girl, settle down, get a family, pop in type situation. And just lay down for a little bit and not be like on the road and not be on tour and worry about stuff. So I kind of want like, some time to relax. So I'm giving myself like the next 2-3 years. All right, cool. If I'm going to be like in a label situation where somebody's expecting me to put out music and tour and do all these other things, I can at least, I can dedicate up until I'm like 33, pushing 34.
Yeah.
Then I have the stamina to like keep up with that.
But then you also have stuff you didn't put out yet, so it's like
it won't be the music. It'll be like more so like the lifestyle that goes with it. It's like
and then also if you play it smart, you won't, because we see a lot of in the news like, don't sign this, own your masters, blah blah blah. You do it right.
Yeah, we see a lot of that nowadays.
You probably won't have to tour.
Exactly.
To make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Very true. Very true.
I will say so. The signing, those type of things would be more so for just the exposure to get like maximum exposure. If I can get maximum exposure in like 2 years, I can kind of take it from there. Because me and my team are really smart to know how to be like lucrative and make money.
Right.
We can make. I probably won't. If I'm just about money, I probably won't have to actually sign because we figured out a lot of stuff like in the NFT space. Like I said, I cook too. I do a lot of. I mix and master. I can always write records. I can always find a way to get a check. But since I do want to be an impactful artist and I do want a lot of people to know about it, I was like, okay, let me find like a nice happy medium somewhere where you can sacrifice a little bit, you can get a little bit, but you can like work it and make it turn to a lot. So that's kind of the plan. I'll say between this year and next year, actively searching for like those type of things. In the interim, just getting music I have like for the mixtape from my last thing, or just writing specific stuff for like television. Getting stuff that's called the Sync World, playing that.
The Sync World?
Yeah, it's called Sync. Anytime you get your song like on a television show, commercial, movie.
Okay.
I've done one so far.
It's called Sync World.
It's called the Sync. It's called Sync licensing.
The Sync
Sync licensing in that industry. The Sync licensing industry. The Sync world.
I never heard that term.
And that's when you have to own your masters when you.
I've never heard that term before.
So, for instance, like this one, I just did a jingle for AARP.
Oh.
Yeah. Through this sync company called Blaze. They're actually bi-coastal. They're here and Los Angeles.
Okay, Jamie Foxx from the Jamie Foxx Show making jingles.
you know. Pusha T made the McDonald's jingle. He made. I was like, yo, that's a flat. And he's perpetually like getting paid off that. So I've been thinking like that. So I was like, all right, how can I be more than just Cheakaity, the artist, the guy on stage and making the cool songs? So like, make other people cool songs. Let me make jingles. Let me,
do it all. Do
everything in this industry. So, ultimately dominate that industry. But this year that's the short term goal. Long term, I won't rule out like a long term record deal if the paperwork is right. Mm-hmm. If the business is right and if it's like something I can live with, then yeah. Okay. Ultimately, you want generational wealth. You want to own stuff so you can sell it and stuff like that. Just have as much control as you can. But starting out, you're in a battle for leverage and control. So
yeah,
while I can put out mixtapes and come on podcasts and tell as many people that I can about myself, do that so I can go into those rooms with as much leverage as I can.
Exactly.
So that's the game right now.
Okay, so before we close out, I want to hear about this cooking because you mentioned cooking a few times, and we always hear about
we love food on Heard the
should
Podcast.
cook and the woman should do this, but we love when men can cook too.
Oh, for sure, I love it.
How did your love for cooking come about?
With my love for eating.
And what do you like? What do you like to cook as well?
Yeah, so growing up, I think I first got into it around like 12 years old. I was always that kid that like loved pizza, tacos. I love flavor. Going to Thanksgiving my favorite holiday because of the food. Because my grandma was really, really, really good at cooking. So she came to stay with us for like a weekend or like a couple weeks one time, and she was in the house cooking. I was like, oh, this is it. I get to learn what she's doing. So my thing was I used to love like fried chicken, but I used to only eat the skin when I was a kid.
Like that too.
I used to only eat the skin before I grew up and learned like the meat was good too. But pause. But
he thought about that.
That's funny. No pause. We can keep rolling. That was just a joke, guys. Don't cancel me.
Right.
But I figured I was like, how do you do that? Like, how did you get it to come out like? Because I tried to like fry chicken before, and I just put it in the pan, and it was like
without what?
Without just I sprayed the pan. First of all, I didn't deep fry. I didn't know about the
flour. No flour.
No flour. I mean, I seasoned it, a little bit.
And so at that point, you supposed to put you
marinated? Nothing.
Yeah, you're doing like a stovetop.
I'm 12.
So at that point,
I'm 12. Just figured it out.
12.
It was trash. So I seen my grandmother. She was making fried fish, and then I just sat there and watched. And she's like, "Oh yeah, you can watch, no problem." So I was like, "What is this flour for? What is that about?" And then I seen she put it in the oil. I see what happened. I was like, bing bong. That's how you do it. That is how I was like, yo, the light went off at that moment. I was like, that's how they've been doing it this whole time. And from there, I was like,
bet.
That opened like the whole world. So like from there, I'm going in her like cookbook. I'm looking in cookbooks and just seeing how you do stuff. I'm like, yo, how do you make? I want this. How do you make that? How do you get the mac and cheese to like be the good mac and cheese and not like the trash? There's a different
yes.
I was like, how do you make it like
conversation last
week? How do you make it like that? So I think even like it took me a while. I've been cooking for a long time, but I've just now got the mac and cheese like perfect.
Okay, I have a question. Real quick. I have a question.
No.
You do casserole.
I said perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Casserole, right?
That's cast iron actually.
I know some people that try stovetop and I don't know.
Cast iron smoked Gouda mac and cheese. Can't go wrong.
Hey, you better do that cast iron.
Hey.
I have a question about macaroni and cheese for you.
Yes.
Because black people are, it's just a variety of like.
I feel like you're gonna ask me the sour cream go in it or egg.
I'm not the sour cream is okay. I don't need it. I've had it before. I don't need that in my macaroni and cheese, whatever.
I don't.
But do you appreciate breadcrumbs on top of mac and cheese?
I think I haven't had it enough times to have an opinion. I think I've had it once and it was good. Put it this way, Even honestly, it doesn't always have to be the traditional black mac and cheese. On certain settings, I don't want you to get like creative and do all this garlic and stuff and bacon bits and stuff. And, like at Thanksgiving, when I have yams with it and I have like meatloaf or fried chicken and whatever, like you know what I want? I want the classic baked mac and cheese. Now, if we're making like lamb chops or like lobster or something fancy, and there's like a mac and cheese, you can get fancy with it and do all this other stuff.
What's a lobster mac? Okay, a lobster mac.
But like if it's the option at the function, like no, just keep it in the pocket. You're doing too much.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't need all this garlic and peppercorn.
Because I got started on breadcrumbs on top of macaroni and cheese, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it at all.
Sure, that was never the case in my family. Like
I've heard of it. I haven't had enough time. That wasn't like the thing. But if it's good,
it's great.
If it's I'm saying you can make baked mac and cheese and it be trash. Or you can do everything right and have all the right ingredients and just not be as good as someone who put breadcrumbs on it. Someone can bake a macaroni and cheese and not be as good as someone who really knew they were doing it, made it on the stovetop. My thing is, if you can cook and it's good, you have leeway. It's not too many hard rules. There are some rules that like you just don't break. But no, I'm not opposed to breadcrumbs at all. No, if it's good, run it.
Yeah. I like a top. It's for me. I mean, it's fine if there's no breadcrumbs. It's fine. Whatever. Cool.
It's more of a texture thing, or
it's a texture thing. And like for me, I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to like the word casserole, to me, like I just need like that. I need that seal.
That top layer is very important.
I need that seal.
I need it to be a little crunchy around the edges. I need all of that.
The top layer is extremely important.
All my food, I like to be a little crunchy on the outside anyway. That's just how I am.
Nice.
Like I like a little crunchiness.
Pizza too. Like,
I ain't mad at the burger.
I like a little bit of the
little bubbles.
The brown dots are like that lets you know you in the right area.
Yes, I be like I want that slice.
Yeah, no, that's how you let you know you're doing it right.
What's your favorite meal to prepare?
Ooh, great question. My specialty I say lies in like Caribbean and soul food. I love it's called escovitch. If you take like a whole fish and you like deep fry it, and it's like the way you prepare the vegetables on top of it. Whole red snapper.
What Caribbean cuisine is it? What part of Caribbean is that?
It's probably Jamaica. It's
probably Jamaican because my family's from Trinidad.
Yeah, so
they love.
They probably call it different. They call it different things. Different things in different places. But
have you had a whole fish before? Like a whole fish, the head and everything.
Head and everything.
I've seen it. I ain't touch it.
I'm like, Grandma, cut the head off for me, please. I can't see the face.
Once you get over that and you taste it, you're like, oh.
I didn't touch that. I seen that shit. My godfather made fish head soup one time. That shit was just floating. Ooh. I was just like, but I was a kid. I was
it's
like, 12.
all as presented. See, like you gotta fry it to a crisp. I tasted it once
I got grown. Yeah. When I was a kid, I seen them fish heads floating. I'm not touching that. I was like, Mom, we need to go to McDonald's.
Like other.
I wasn't doing that.
That's
you saw that Twitter. Was it Twitter or it was I don't know TikTok or whatever? And it was like, did you know that this is an oxtail? This is an oxtail. And the girl was like, okay, I like my oxtail. And I like that big thick part right there. I don't care.
I'm still gonna eat my oxtails.
I don't care when you show me an oxtail. Okay, that's fine.
That's cool, and I ate it.
I love making that lamb chops. That's something so good at it. I like doing it. I jerk it though. I make like jerk lamb chops.
Yeah, I just had jerk lamb chops recently. Yeah, in this new restaurant by my house.
There was this restaurant I used to love. They're not around anymore, but the chef is like really famous. His name is Chef Kwame Onwuachi, I want to say. But it was this restaurant called Kith and Kin that used to be in not the Harbor. The other
pointed
thing.
like we knew.
No. The other thing is not the Harbor. The Wharf.
Oh, the Wharf.
Used to be on the wharf right by the.
I don't know. Last time I went to the Wharf.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Like.
The Intercontinental was right. The Intercontinental Hotel is right there. Is right under the Intercontinental Hotel. Amazing, black owned. It was like upscale, but he'd take like Caribbean and like African recipes and like make them like Michelin star. Oh, amazing!
Oh my God, where's he at now?
Yeah, I think he's mostly like in New York and LA.
Oh, he need to come back home.
But I took his recipe for like his jerk paste, and it was like the best jerk chicken I've ever had. But I was like, this will go crazy on lamb. So took a rack of lamb, used it. Never looked back.
I'm about to go find him so I can buy his paste.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Can I say it?
Say what? Say what? Say what?
You gotta say that. You gotta say
what?
Someone moaned when they had it. 2 people. But anyway, they made a sexual noise when they tasted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, all my time. Well,
I was like, damn. Okay. All right. Great. I guess it was good. It was like, you think?
Let me moan on the record. I will go crazy.
Yeah.
I will go crazy.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
That's what I'm gonna do right here.
That's hilarious. That made me think of like the clubhouse. Was it the
Oh my God.
You don't have no idea how. I was like, yo, $300. I was like, yo, I can make an account and like make a different name so I don't embarrass myself. But I was thinking about doing it.
One last thing on the I want to try. I don't know if you heard of Kenneth's Kale. Kenny's Kale, or you heard of it? Kenneth's Kale or Kenny's Kale.
What's that?
Because he has a place over on, is it Rhode Island, or it's over there with it's in a food hall, right? Where that taco place is. I want to try that place. I saw his Instagram, Kenny's Kale, and he got a little.
That's what Uncaged used to be.
I think. They took it out. They took Uncaged out.
Uncaged is like in Suitland now, I think.
Yeah, okay.
No.
That's where Little Minor is at over there, right?
Like Minor, yeah.
It's Little Minor. It's an African food. West African food.
They keep changing.
Yeah, but have you been to Kenny's?
No, I don't even know.
My friend Tommy has, and she loves it.
I just went there last week and had.
I'm gonna show you the Instagram. I'm about
to say back to goals. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I had to sit with somebody who's like has a crazy business mind, but seeing that little food hall area made it like.
Yes,
I was like, okay,
damn.
Cool. The people say, yo, open a restaurant, get a food truck. I was like, yo, I don't know how to like pull this off, but like seeing that made it a little bit more tangible.
Because he has a location. I think he has a location down in Capitol Heights somewhere. So I'm gonna try to go there. Yeah.
I was like, I can finesse that.
Yeah, Capitol Heights or I don't know, somewhere closer to Largo.
Put it this way: if I come, I'll come back. Sure. Like I don't know, probably something. I'll bring some food next time.
Okay, bet.
I'm here for that. 100%. Yeah, you don't even know.
Bet that.
I got it. I got you.
Let me ask you a question real quick. We were talking about the mac and cheese. I just want to go back to that real quick.
No slander.
No slander at all. During the holidays, especially like Christmas, Thanksgiving, do y'all like your mac and cheese and your yams to touch?
Yeah.
I don't like yams.
What?
Wow.
You never thought
I've heard it a lot though. A texture thing or something.
I don't like yams.
I never heard anybody say that.
I've heard of it.
I don't like stuffing.
I don't like stuffing.
I don't like the cranberry thing.
I don't like cranberry sauce either.
I've heard that.
I don't like corn pudding.
My sister loves cornbread.
I don't like corn.
Wow, interesting.
I don't eat.
That's fair.
I don't like
no, I used to eat it, but I don't like the way it digests. I don't trust corn.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I chew that and the whole thing and this whole toilet. I don't like
and
that.
I only like banana pudding with vanilla wafers in it.
I think I only like certain people to make it.
Most people like it. I don't like bananas. I don't eat banana pudding.
I'm not a huge on bananas. I like it in smoothies. I've had good banana pudding, but that's from somebody who really knew how, like a southern, like there's some New Orleans. Everything they made was great.
That'd be the best.
So like. Yeah. So I was like, all right, the bar is like too high, so I just can't have it anywhere. True, but I love yams, and it's a certain way I make them. See, a lot of people like it's a certain way I like them. I'll eat them, but I don't like the marshmallow situation. And some people,
I don't like marshmallows. I don't like any.
Some people make them too sweet.
It's too much.
I don't like that. I don't like any pie. I don't like any pie.
Sweet potato pie?
I don't like any. I don't like potatoes. I don't like any. I don't like any pie.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
Oh wow!
I love pie.
Me too.
And cheesecake.
I don't like cheesecake.
I'm a cheesecake girl. I love cheesecake. Yes.
I do not like cheesecake.
Wow.
It's too savory. It's too much, right? It's too savory for you.
It's too much. It's too much. First of all, I don't like a lot of sugar. I never did my whole life. Like it can easily be too much. I don't even eat chocolate.
I'm a chocolate lover.
I'm not huge on sweets.
It can be too much
good on
for me like that. It don't even have to be that much. And I'm like, this is
spices.
Too much.
You like spices, don't you?
I love spices. I like certain flavors.
I like savory flavors.
I like savory flavors. I like tangy, sweet.
Tangy, sweet, yeah. But
so like yams. So getting back to the yams, the way I make my yams, it has like a citrus like glaze over top of it. It's like it's a niche like
lemon.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
So you make I mean if you don't like yams, you won't like it. But if you like yams and you don't like it being too sweet with like all the sugar and just brown sugar and like they just over spice and then they put marshmallows on it.
That's why I really don't eat everybody's, but my mother, she does it just the right way.
I'm like, this isn't a dessert.
She balances it out with the lemon and the it's just
balance.
You gotta balance it out.
Yes.
Because I'm a person, when I eat, I love flavor. When I eat food, I can taste I can literally be like, you put this in it and that in it. I can taste the flavors. And I like that.
So you would like my cooking. I use ingredients. And certain ingredients that you use, right? Some people just use some people it's like salt, sweet. It's either salty or sweet. And a lot of people that cook and make plates or whatever, a lot of things like, this is salty. Oh, this is savory, so it's salty. Oh, this is like your tongue has like different flavor spots and like points. Like it has bitter, it has sweet. There's this thing called umami. That's like more like the savory. You think of like spaghetti sauce, like lasagna. That's like or like a burger. Like it's not too. If you have like the perfect burger that's seasoned like right, you get that smoky taste. There's just the right amount of salt. It's just a right.
And it's cooked. Are you a well done guy or a medium rare?
Medium rare. Medium rare. I
I'm
used to
a
be a
well
well
done.
done.
Well, I don't eat red
I used to
meat
be
anymore,
I like
but
both.
I used to be well. It depends on what it is. It depends on the occasion.
I was always well done. I like the edges to be a little burnt and crunchy. I've always
I go
liked the
medium
food
well
a
because
little burnt.
I like my char and I like my crisp.
I like crunchiness.
I don't like to feel like I'm eating red bloody flesh. Don't like that. Don't
No,
like that.
no, thank you.
But a little bit, just the right amount of. This is if the juice runs white. I don't want to see red juice.
Oh,
run.
yeah.
I need the juice to
You
run
can take
white.
this plate right on back to the
Yeah,
kitchen.
no. I need if the juice runs white, it can be a little pink.
I'm not eating that shit.
But not like it's a fine line. It's a nuance.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you have so are there going to be any future cooking interludes on any future projects?
I don't know, but people have been telling me that I need to do the singing chef thing, like maybe on TikTok or something.
Oh yeah, that
Like a. I've been thinking of how to do it and not make it corny. Just make it.
or like in one of your new songs, like add like that sound in the background.
What they've been saying is like, all right, have like a cooking show type situation. I've been seeing more people on TikTok doing like really quick episode, like really quick recipes, and they cook something that looks
you can
fire.
do 3 minutes now on TikTok, so
Yeah, but they said do that and like somewhere just sing or just somewhere do that. I was like, all right, if I can do that in a way that's not goofy or just make it goofy, but it's good.
Even if it is, somebody's going. I promise you, it's an area
has to be
for
good.
everybody on TikTok. People will like it.
Because I can really cook
It'd be
and I
some
can
weird
really
shit on
sing,
TikTok.
but like bringing it together, I just need to figure out a way to bring it together where it just works.
You can do it.
So once I crack that, but I think that's how I blend the worlds the first time. The next idea is to probably throw like a dinner party. I've been doing them before the pandemic. Like I've been doing brunches.
I'm coming.
Brunches at your house?
Yeah, my house. Just invite friends over. I mean, just stuff like that. I mean, moving forward, I might like get like a pier space or something, and like cook all the food and then just perform something like that.
Yeah,
I love that. I really love that.
Like if you would have like a speakeasy or something like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Where, come to whatever Miss Pearl.
They have restaurants like that still. Like
you have this
speakeasies.
artist performing, whatever, and we have the food. So I'm thinking like I do something like that. Cook all the food, or at least have the recipes. I have people help, but it's like my food.
Yeah.
And then they come to the dinner party, and then they see me perform, and whoever else I have.
I'm here for that.
Okay.
On
Go
the,
to
I mean,
Cheakaity's.
I can see like
I want to come.
I can see like a food themed. Almost like some real soul, like some music soul child type stuff.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm
I can see that.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yeah, but okay. Well, yes,
Manifest
I will
that shit.
definitely be front row and center. We will definitely be front row and center at the
Sure.
next Cheakaity. Did I say it right?
That was good enough.
Cheakaity.
Cheakaity.
Yeah.
The next
Cheakaity.
Cheakaity show, and I will definitely. You say you got a cookbook out, or you about to? What you about to do?
You might have manifested that.
If
Actually,
you put a cookbook out, I will buy
You
it.
might have
I'm not playing.
manifested.
Something,
That's a
you
good
know,
idea.
I will.
It seems like we got the same taste buds.
Let us.
so.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know. You know, I don't like no pie now.
I got you.
Give
I
give
will
me a nice
support
little recipe, and
your
I'll
black
do it.
business.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
By
So
me.
anything you else you want to talk about with your new project coming out on Friday?
Anything else I wanted to talk about?
And it may Friday, meaning probably today, because I'm going to release the episode on Friday.
Nice.
So probably today, right now,
Hey.
Cheakaity's album his project is available now.
On Spotify exclusively. It's on
Exclusive.
Spotify
Spotify.
exclusively.
If you don't have one, make a free account. Stream it on Spotify. Don't worry, I know you have other streaming services. I got you.
Why Spotify first?
Just a little strategic.
Okay.
It's really just keeping the numbers centralized, keeping
I get
go to
that.
all to one place. Everybody come
I
to
get that.
one
And then
centralized
if you
location.
don't have Apple Music, whatever, it's free. It's no reason you can't
Yeah,
go listen.
it's free. So I figured, dude, I like the platform. I like how they gather information, stuff like that. There's some local folks. Shout out to DJ Damo over at Spotify.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her yet, but I think that she moved to LA.
I believe so. Yeah. No, she's cool. My
follow her.
DJ, that's her mentor.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, we've had brief interactions, but great girl. But she works over at Spotify, so we have some home ties in there, all that good stuff. Definitely gonna be sending her some stuff for playlists. Hey. But no, this thing is just keep it on Spotify and just like building up all the momentum on one thing first, and then like leak it out later.
Yeah, Spotify's pretty cool. Because for
Yeah.
our episodes, we have visuals now,
Oh,
so you can see
okay.
the visuals on Spotify.
Nice.
If so, just let you know, guys, you can
Yeah.
you can watch and heard on Spotify.
Right. I thought keeping it on one thing, it was the most accessible other than SoundCloud. It's
Yeah,
the
that
most
makes
accessible
sense.
to the most people, and I can just funnel it all into one thing, and then later give it to like everybody later. But keep everybody coming to the same place.
Cause like,
And what's the name of this? Oh, well, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't even use. I have Apple Music. I have Spotify as well because I podcast on it anyway.
Right.
But I don't really use it. I use Apple Music majority of the time, but certain people make, playlists and stuff, and I like those playlists. So I just have those playlists I like, and I'll strictly go there for that playlist and get the fuck off. I really don't even use Spotify like that unless it's for a specific reason.
Yeah.
He should get the fuck off.
Just a little learning curve.
And what's the name of your project?
The project is called a super groovy mixtape.
Oh, a groupie
Super groovy.
He got that from me earlier.
A super groovy a super groovy mixtape by Cheakaity.
Okay, yes. A Super Groovy Mixtape by Cheakaity is available January 21st, Friday, today. And any last words?
I was going to say thank you guys. You guys are beautiful.
Where can they find you?
You can find me everywhere on the web. Cheakaity. That's an easy way to remember how to spell my name. Cheakaity. I have a website. It's a .com. If you put it in Google, it's very searchable. It's Googleable. It'll come
All
up.
right.
Always Googleable.
Yes, and I'm Dani.
And I'm Tay.
And this is episode 112 of Heard the Podcast. You can find us everywhere on all podcast streaming platforms, YouTube, HER''D, and Twitter, Instagram at Heard the Podcast, HERD the podcast. All right, we out. We out.
We out.
Thank you, Cheakaity.
Peace.
Peace.
See y'all.
That was good.